So your woman
into
has to
you.
worship you.
No, because she's God too. We worship each other because we're worshiping God. So if I have this covenant with her, I'm respecting God. So if I'm disrespecting her, I'm disrespecting God. What's going on, Cash Culture family? It's your guy Kai Speaks. We back with another episode of Cash Culture. We got the guys in the studio today, and we're gonna be talking about more relationships. We definitely gonna have another conversation about relationships, and one specifically about the male and female best friends. I mean, we be hearing some of the people on here talking about, oh yeah, my male best friend this, and I don't really hear too many guys say they got a girl best friend if they in a relationship. I mean, that's more so a single thing. From my experience, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but how y'all feel about
you wrong.
your girl having...
I got girl best friends I'll never touch.
You got a girl best friend you'll never touch?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get there, is it appropriate for your girl to have a guy best friend?
I mean, if I feel like if they was friends before you came into the situation, you can't. It really ain't your place to be like, hey, look, you gotta cut off your friend.
Now, cutting off and changing the dynamics of the relationship is two totally different things.
You definitely right about that. So like, I guess it kind of goes into like, how much are you with this person?
Yeah, like it get, because I hear that too, right? Like, it's one thing to be in a relationship and then all of a sudden you got this male best friend. It's another thing to start a relationship and they already got this male best friend. Mm-hmm. But even still, I just think the dynamic of what it means to have this male best friend, once you with me, that ain't your best friend no more. That ain't your best friend no more. I'm just gonna say it like that. Because at the end of the day, if it's, and this goes back into, it always goes into like the differences between dating to be in a relationship or if y'all just casually dating, right? But if you dating with intentions to be in a relationship, aka you dating with intentions to marry this person, the whole goal of marriage is to make two into one. So that means I'm supposed to be your best friend, goddammit. You can't have no other male best friend. If that's what we striving for.
So with this best friend, right?
I don't care what the nigga doing. He ain't doing nothing. I'm just saying.
What you gonna say? For me, it kind of goes into the dynamic of what is this best friend providing you with.
Hold on, yeah. Hold on. You can stop real quick, please. I gotta try to see my food outside. I'm sorry.
Man, this nigga order food. Oh.
Sit your fucking ass
She
down.
gonna do what the fuck I do if I pay these fucking
Lon said she going to Tropical Smoothie. If y'all want some, place y'all order and she'll pick it up.
Yeah, I want something that's gonna make me get on my ass and go down.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so yeah, it really depends on the dynamic of why he's her male best friend, like why he's deemed her male best friend.
So what does she say? Because he provides great conversation and I love talking to him.
Then I would proceed to say, I mean, let me be honest with you. If this is my girl and you say he provides great conversation.
That's usually what a best friend is anyway. A best friend usually somebody that they love talking to. That's the same thing with their girl best friends. Somebody they love talking to.
Okay, that makes sense. So why shouldn't you create those same conversations with me?
Exactly. That's why she don't need no best friend.
Y'all trust y'all on
Yeah, they do.
No,
really.
it's not about trust. At the end of the day, it's about
It gotta
balance.
be trust. Cause why the fuck she can't have a goddamn?
No, I ain't
friend?
saying she can't have a male best friend. It just depends on the dynamic. If you telling me that this nigga is,
she can have whatever she wants, but she gonna understand this is how I feel, and you now have a decision to make based on how I feel. Just like I have a decision to make based on how you feel.
So
if you say you don't like something, and I continue to do it.
Is, okay, cool. You got a female best friend you done had for fucking 10 to 15 years. You done know her since you were little. Ain't never looked at her in that way. And you got your girlfriend coming in and saying, I don't like you goddamn talking to her. Like, what the fuck kind of position do you have to say that?
I'm gonna ask her, why don't you feel comfortable? If her reasons are valid, I'm gonna respect that, and they be like, I'm gonna make a decision. Okay, I either decide to let my girl best friend know that we can't continue talking as often as we do, let her know I'm not gonna stop talking to her.
If that's her true, if that's like a true friend, bro, it shouldn't be nothing that you should be feeling a certain type of way. That's the thing. Y'all, I think y'all kind of mixing being a best friend and being someone just friend that maybe one day you could possibly fuck.
Right.
Someone actual best friend,
Right.
they would never look at them in that type of light. They don't even look at them no type of relationship. All they want is that friendship.
And if they a true friend, they should also understand that you
ain't gonna be around as much talking every day.
Exactly. So at the
but
end of the day, ain't even no point of even us establishing this best friend shit. Like at the end of the day, if you a true friend and I tell you like, hey, yeah, old girl, she ain't feeling too comfortable, you know, with the dynamic here, so we just gonna chill out. Cool, that's it. That's all. I understand because at the end of the day, I'm not in a relationship with you. I'm not planning on marrying you. I'm planning on marrying this person. So if I'm planning on marrying this person, this is the person who I need to be considerate of their feelings. So if they tell me like they ain't rocking with it, I just gotta be like, okay, cool.
I'm gonna tell you. The funny thing is, the only time it's a problem if the other person is attractive. Like, let's just say I got a girl and I got a girl best friend who's also attractive. They ain't going for that shit.
And
like,
that's why you shouldn't.
They not gonna rock with it. And it's on the same way. Like, even if she got a male best friend, I look at him and it's like, okay, this is a nigga that she could be attracted to. Like, it changes the dynamic of how I want you around that person.
insecurity.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's definitely, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally though, like that's some controlling ass shit. Me, I just feel like it's a lot of things.
Controlling.
That shit
Bro, it's controlling.
bro.
It's controlling, bro. It's like that's one of the quickest ways you can like turn a woman away from you. It's like you want somebody to sacrifice somebody they probably see as family. Because when I look at somebody best friend, most people that say best friends, they really look at them like siblings. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So my thing is, you want somebody to sacrifice who they built relationships with over time and who was before you. That's tough. That's
nobody's
tough.
saying that this person has to be cut off. And at the end of the day, I think using the word controlling is like coming from a very limited scope. But at the end of the day, it's not controlling. And I'm just thinking I'm thinking if the roles was reversed, even with me having a female best friend, I would never, especially like being married already, like I would never call another chick my best friend because I don't even want to give my woman any reason to believe that this dynamic is something more than the dynamic we already have. Like my woman supposed to be my best friend.
What that do? That has to do with y'all relationship though. If that's your friend, that's your friend.
That's your friend.
But
like you don't have to talk to your best friend every fucking day. That shit doesn't happen, bro.
Yeah, no. But that's what I'm saying. Friend is friend. We talking about specifically the best friend. Like when people go to the extent of saying, oh no, this my guy best friend. Like, bro, we not talking about platonic relationships with the opposite sex. That's not what this debate about. The debate was about somebody like specifically saying this my guy best friend or this my girl best friend. Fuck all just the friendship shit, because you can have friends. I'm not saying that, but when it comes to the point where you gotta, it's like you making it a point of giving them the title of saying this my girl best friend
because I ain't insecure.
Yeah. You stretching it. It's like you trying to create it to validate something that doesn't exist. To be honest with you, bro, it's like it's no way that I'm not gonna sacrifice my best friend. What I'm gonna do is have an open conversation about.
So you got a girl
differences.
best friend.
Absolutely, I definitely do. You know what I'm saying? And the dynamics of that is respect. It's just respect. It's like I'm not about to sacrifice somebody I love for someone I love or I'm potentially about to love. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. It's like, it's honestly, and even then what you're not realizing you saying is, because even earlier you was like, you know, we won now, I'm going to take on that for you. You're basically in your way trying to say that you want to be everything and everything for this woman. That's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's impossible. And that's problematic as well.
That's literally, and this is how I know it's not impossible, because it's God.
But you're not God.
Oh, yes, I am. God is in me. God is in you. We are, bro. If you have a soul, you are God. You have three names. Why do you think you got three names? Yes, your spirit, that's your soul, and that's your body. Your first name is your body. Your middle name is your spirit. Your last name is your soul.
So your woman has to worship
that
you.
Lives on.
Your woman has to worship you.
You having a conscience, you having a moral compass is literally God.
So your woman has to worship you.
No, because she's God too. We worship each other because we're worshiping God. So if I have this covenant with her, I'm respecting God. So if I'm disrespecting her, I'm disrespecting God. It's not I'm God and she not. No, we all God. You God, we all God.
So that's the case.
So
Then
when
her
we
best friend
respecting
is
each
God.
other, we respecting
So
God.
so her best friend is God as well.
No, my best friend is me living up to.
But I thought we was all God.
No, see that's different because if me calling you, if you is my best friend, then that means I'm disrespecting my woman. If she's blatantly telling me this is uncomfortable for me. This makes me feel X.
You need another woman.
Nah, I wouldn't say that because how can
She insecure, you insecure. All y'all insecure.
that's not insecurity though. That's not
That shit
insecurity.
insecure, bro.
What
I don't
makes it
give a damn
insecure?
how you put it, bro.
What makes it
It's
insecurity?
insecure, bro.
But what makes it insecure? Define how it makes it insecure.
The fact that you saying someone can't have a boy best friend or a
Not
girl
can't.
best friend.
I'm not gonna say to use the word can't. I'm saying being able to express with vulnerability how something makes you feel and leaving that person with a decision make. Because I'm not here to tell you can't
The
do
question
something.
was, can they have one?
No, I'm saying is it appropriate? Should they?
He still said
I said
Still,
should.
regardless of the fact, you can have it. What the fuck does it matter?
I'm starting to see how women can see men are controlling because even then, with what you're saying, like about
But women are controlling too. If that's the case.
I mean, but I'm saying like even
how many
then,
ladies are gonna
what
be
you're
okay with
saying-
y'all having a
what you're
fine ass
saying-
best
What
friend?
you're saying has contingencies. It's
mean-
it's like contingencies on it. Like, oh, you can have a male best friend,
But this motherfucker gotta be ugly.
Yeah, but you can have one, but at the same time, that's your decision. I said my piece. I said what I got to say. Now you know what you got to do. It's basically
either that nigga or me.
Or
so
me.
what's
That's what
the
it is.
So again, it go back to Drake's question. What's the purpose of the male best friend?
What it served a
That's what it is really. What is the purpose?
So let's say if
behind
the male
being
best
a
friend
that's
paying bills,
bro.
Let's say the male best friend paying bills.
Who doing
You
that?
It's not fucking male best friend doing that.
Hey,
What the fuck is y'all talking
Hey.
about?
What the fuck is
for
that?
For me, it's not insecurity. Mine will more so be jealousy. Like it'd be like a situation
Jealousy is
where it's like I would want to do something with my girl. She'd be like, no, me and this is me and Michael thing, and I would probably want to be incorporated into that.
That's never happened. No,
I'm just saying, for me, it wouldn't be insecurity. I mean, I wouldn't care about them, if they was on some cheating shit. That ain't what's
Yeah.
on my mind. It'd be some more. So I would probably want to be incorporated in some shit that they comfortable doing with just them two, type shit. If that makes sense.
so y'all okay with? So
See, I
y'all
wouldn't-
be
now
okay
that-
with your girl hanging out with
that-
her male best friend at dinner?
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
with that.
Okay, good to know. It was just a question.
Now, the only time it becomes a problem,
I get what you're saying, though.
The only time it becomes a problem if she got a male best friend, if they previously dated or they previously were intimate with each other.
Yeah.
So
So
that-
it just didn't work
Yeah,
out.
now that
So let
makes
me ask
sense.
you-
that'd be
a
a-
different
that'd be an
scenario.
issue.
Okay, perfect.
That
I
makes
like
sense.
that scenario. So I'm gonna ask you this question. Y'all familiar with what a love bank is, right?
Yeah, I am.
You familiar with a love bank?
Just explain it.
So we all have a love bank. Internally, you have a bank where you pretty much keeping score on where somebody falls in your life. Like when they do something that really like makes you feel good, you be like, oh yeah, they just got some points added, right? Let's say y'all keep on this relationship of this male or woman best friend. Y'all start going on technically dates, right? Y'all going out to dinner without your significant other. Y'all, having a good time. Y'all confide in each other long enough on private phone calls. You talking about what this person not doing, what that person doing. Shit, they might even talk about what your ass is doing wrong in the relationship, right? Eventually, that person is going to develop genuine feelings for this person to where that male best friend or that friendship starts to feel a little bit more wrong the longer it goes on. Where eventually be like, ooh, yeah, this is my best friend, but if I went with old girl, I could see myself with my best friend.
I'm be honest with you. That entire narrative, and I'm sorry that you was able to paint that picture, but I feel like that's a lack of confidence in your relationship. Because hear me out, the same way women do, and I'm not, I'm not attacking you when I say this, but we have
So
a
don't
lot
say
of
yours
issues.
because it's not a lack of confidence.
Okay, but this,
Because if you
what I'm
say
saying.
your, you literally saying you.
Look, but to get to the point, this is what I'm saying. Women naturally, this is my point. Women naturally have a tendency, and this is facts. Women create narratives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when a man gets in an issue with his woman, when they arguing, she's saying what could have been, what could have, and a lot of times it's not even what the fuck is going on. It's just sitting down, creating this fucking picture and becoming more upset to something that never existed. Those are
So
insecurities.
let me ask you this: do you have any female that you talked to and met, right? There's like, oh, this a really solid chick. I'm cool with her, and we friends.
Yeah.
But the more y'all friends, you start to think of her Like it's a possibility that she could be more
You're
than a
asking me,
friend.
has that happened?
Yes.
Of course. But that's the wrong question. That's to validate what you're saying.
No.
The question that has to be asked is, have you ever had that experience with someone and you haven't wanted to be intimate with them? And I would answer you, yes. Yes, I've been with.
How is that the right question? That question confused me even more.
The right question is, have I ever like met a female that I thought was cool and we had conversations, we got cool, we became friends, and I didn't see her in that kind of way? Yes. I didn't see her in that kind of way at all. Most of my female friends are like that.
It's boundaries, bro.
Bro,
Because
it's
if you
boundaries.
come in and you telling that person like, hey, look, we could be friends, but I don't want anything outside of that. You setting your boundaries at that point in time. If you set your boundaries and you telling this person you don't want anything else, once they cross it, that's not your friend. Because now they trying to put you in a position not to be friends. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's make it be real now. Well, let's call that shit jealousy. If you can't do it,
It's jealousy.
It's not insecurity. It's jealousy. I can understand.
I don't,
jealousy
I
is
don't
insecurity.
think, I don't think it's jealousy either. I think
jealousy is insecurity, though.
I don't think it's jealousy either.
That's insecurity.
I think it's really just it's boundaries.
To
Like
me-
we keep throwing
it's
out the word
boundaries.
boundaries.
It's boundaries. Definitely boundaries.
All it is just a certain level of boundaries. It's just you putting a boundary in place in your life that's saying, I don't want to share. I just feel like certain parts of my life I don't want to share with another woman if she's not my woman. So it's like all that confiding in and going out to dinner like and all that other shit, like that shit that's reserved for my woman.
So it's like, but this is what I mean. So in a way, it's like outside of your relationship, unbeknownst to you, you're kind of trying to manifest or create your woman's life outside of y'all relationship.
Not at all.
Because my thing is when y'all have issues or complications, or if she just needs to confide, or Q, if she just don't want to talk to you, you're specifically saying that she can't have someone.
I'm not
else.
saying that. I did not specifically say that at all.
So this is my thing. Like,
I ain't
so who
specifically
you
said that.
so who you expecting? Who you be expecting that person to talk to?
No, I'm with you though, Q.
I'm not specifically saying
don't confide in no other nigga about our problem.
yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
I agree
I'm not
with
saying-
that. Don't do that.
yeah.
now.
that's a red
Not
flag.
no nigga, no.
That's a red flag because
So they-
You shouldn't be
first of all-
talking to nobody about
Yeah,
what the fuck
our
going on
problem.
in
Don't
my
decide
household.
now.
Because first
in
of all-
that situation, the lines will get blurred with a male best friend. Don't go tell.
I
me
don't give a fuck if
what's
she was a
going on.
female.
Yeah,
don't
go
talk
on.
about
I'm
my
not-
business
no,
with nobody
so
else.
I'm not talking. I mean, absolutely. I've had those problems too. So I'm saying, like in general, like outside of, we got to focus on the big issues, but like outside of like y'all relationship, what I'm getting from it is she wouldn't be able to do it. Like it's like
This is
that
my
atmosphere
thing.
is created
This is my
outside of the
thing.
relationship as well.
If it's in these small issues, right? Most of the times they issues that need a woman's perspective anyway. So therefore, she got women friends that she could talk to about this. And let's even talk about what a best friend is. Like, can you have multiple best friends? Like, you might have a core group,
Yeah.
but can you have multiple best friends?
I think you can.
Yeah, you can, for
I got
sure.
it right now. I mean, everybody in this fucking room.
Then what makes them like what makes that one friend the best friend? Like this is the bestest friend.
Different aspects of life.
Yeah.
Different aspects of
Like
life.
if I couldn't go to my best friend who not in a relationship about relationship advice, I would more so want to turn to somebody who's in a relationship. Like my nigga,
This
this
is-
is my best friend as far as relationships.
See, this is just the way I think. This is the way I think. I feel like my bestest friend is my life partner. Like my best is like, don't get me wrong, y'all
Okay.
the homies.
I'm
But
okay
at
with
the
that,
end of the
though.
day, my best friend is lying. Like my
Yo-
best friend is her.
Okay, I get what
I get what you're saying.
And
I
don't
get
get
that.
me
I
wrong.
get that.
Your spouse is supposed to be your best friend as well. Don't get me wrong. I never said that, you can't have your spouse as your best friend, but there's no reason why she can't, have basically a friend. Because all best friend is like somebody who you love dearly. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they could have friends, but what I'm saying is if my spouse is my best friend and that feeling is reciprocated, just like I'm not even gonna, like, I don't even want her to think that there's another woman that is a best friend when she's supposed to be considered my best friend. Because at the end of the day, women are emotional. So emotionally, she's going to attach that if I'm your best friend and you saying this other woman is your best friend, that it automatically the lines is blurred.
You see,
automatically.
The thing is about how you trying to explain it is like you can only have one best friend. I'm your only best friend. Nah, nigga, like niggas have different best friends. Like, bro, these are my best friends. Like, but at the end of the day, it's just like, nigga,
I'm your bestest friend.
yeah. Like if I had, like, I'm gonna be honest. Like at the end of the day, I got real best friends that I swear I love them all the same. But if we had to come down and be like, this my best man, I know who I'm gonna pick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you got a spouse, that's the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker. That's the one. That's the
Yeah,
best.
for
That's
sure.
the bestest friend.
Now I will want to add on to like the blurred lines thing, because I will say this, and this is not for all men, but most men. Usually, when you do deem a female as your best friend, it is a part of you that looks at y'all and kind of stacks it up as, could I really be with her? Like you do begin to stack it up. Like, damn,
Men do.
this is my best friend. We close as fuck. Could it work? Like that is a question that sometimes.
No.
Do you feel like? Do you
I
feel
have
like
had
men?
thoughts like that.
Do you
Have
feel
ever
like
had
men?
thoughts like that? Like your best friend, like, damn, could it work between us? And
That-
then you
that's
start to
your
tell
friend.
yourself
That's your
the
friend.
reasons why it don't work.
That's your friend.
Nope,
Do
never
you
thought
feel
about
like-
it.
Why you can't?
Do you feel like
Everybody
men? Do you
No,
feel
that's
like
your
men
friend.
surround themselves with unattractive women?
No,
Oh.
men don't surround themselves with unattractive women.
Do you right? So
I like pretty women around
so
me.
automatically there it is right there. We already
Just
stating that
just because-
a female friend of ours is automatically going to be a woman that we find attractive.
The thing about it,
Exactly.
just
It's
because
definitely a woman that's attracted to you.
just because they friends don't mean you got to be looking at them on that type.
No,
time, bro. It's
I'm not
discipline,
saying
bro.
I'm not saying that at all. Zay. I'm saying I agree with you 100% that yes, you might be able to blur the lines and say, okay, this is platonic and not sexual. But at the end of the day, what we just said is the fact is this is still someone we find attractive. It may not automatically start off as an intimacy or sexual attraction, but we find them attractive. So therefore, I would completely understand why a woman who looks at her being my best friend and my partner being a little bit insecure about another woman, knowing that men
That's a regular
align
friend,
themselves
too.
with attract.
The same thing as a regular friend. You meet a friend today, goddamn, you gonna look at them attractive. That basically you saying you'll never have no friends.
No, because you not attracted. When it comes to your guy friends, these not guys you find attractive.
I'm not talking about guy friends. I'm talking about
That's
female
exactly the
friends.
point. When it comes
female friends, I know I can go meet somebody today and really deem like, okay, this could be just my friend. Like,
but
I
she
wouldn't
got to be
try go-
attractive though to qualify.
Not necessarily.
But
Not
that's what we
necessarily.
just said, though. We both
some-
agreed on that at first.
Majority of your shit gonna be goddamn females who pretty. But I know some females that I'm like, I know damn well I wouldn't touch her, but she's still my friend. Like dead ass. Like bro, and these niggas know I literally say, I ain't gonna lie.
Is she your best friend?
No.
See, right?
But the
Why
thing
she not
is,
the best friend
no,
though?
best friend is, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have no girl best friend that I just met yesterday,
Right.
Or
It's
2
time
years ago.
into it.
This
It's
shit
definitely
time. Like my girl best friends, I literally knew them since middle school, and I never looked at them in that type of light.
I don't know, man. I just feel like
It's no
we
way you
already
really-
spoke. We already spoke on the fact that there's a clear difference between the guy best friends and the female best friends from a guy perspective. With the guy best friends, these your partners, but with the girl best friend, it's a qualification where they got to be attractive.
Huh?
No,
We just
We didn't
No,
really just
bro.
I'll
say
say
that.
this.
I didn't say
no,
that.
my girl best friends, I wouldn't touch. No. I'm just gonna be a guy.
yeah,
Honest
but
truth.
you. So we already said that. We already touched on that. You wouldn't touch them. Yes, I'm not saying sexual attraction. What I'm saying is attractive.
They
meaning
not even
they
really
look
that
good.
attractive to me.
Okay,
Oh, damn.
Like.
that's not what we said at first.
No, I'm just saying, like, they not that attractive to me to the way I'll be like, ooh, she look
That's
good.
what you meant.
Like, I mean, I don't give a damn what you
think-
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
You
This
think
nigga
he
right here, this nigga talking about right, man. He picking and
No,
choosing.
I don't think Zay cap because I'm around.
No,
Zay a lot.
like, he
believe
know
I'd
me,
been
bro.
around that. But us three, yeah, we for sure cap. Like, ain't no way the fuck, because I already know y'all. Like, we have been in situations where we actually have kind of stacked that shit up with our girl best friend and considered, hey, could this work? I know I have for sure.
I ain't did it.
I know I don't even need to be
And,
around.
the way I psych my mind out is I look at the reasons of why it didn't happen. Okay, this my best friend. I fuck with her. She fine. She look good. You know, she can do whatever, but
Damn.
she a dog. So it's like, damn, I don't want to be with her because she a dog. Now she like me, acting a fool out here. So certain shit turn you off from being with her, but you do stack it up initially. Like, because what the fuck made you deem her as your best friend anyway? Like, how did she even get to that point? She had to get close to you to make you feel some type of way. It's like, damn, It's about I
This is
really want to be there.
This is all I gotta say, man. Niggas think it's all cool and fine and dandy until they find themselves loving multiple people and find how hard it is to really love multiple people and give those people the same amount of attention that they deserved in the beginning. That's all I'm saying.
Now people really do love their best friends for real.
Yes,
I would say that.
and you put yourself in a position where you love your best friend, but you also really love your partner or your spouse, and you stuck in between a rock and a hard place where you gotta make a decision on who you focusing on the most. Boundaries included too. Boundaries included. You can have all the boundaries in the world. It ain't, bro. You can have all the boundaries in the world until you find yourself fucking around and falling in love with your girl best friend.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a girl best friend before? Or, I mean, obviously.
I've had a couple girl best friends when I was single, but once I got in a relationship, I felt like they no longer like they've been replaced.
So, but
Yes, they've been
were you
replaced.
into them?
I wouldn't say that I was totally into them. Nah, it was just it was the boundaries. You said it's all about boundaries, right? For me, that's my boundary. Because at this point, I'm single. Yes, I don't look at you as like somebody I could be in a relationship, but I find myself confiding in you about a lot of things. I find myself spending some time with you. Paying when we go out, paying certain things like. All these different things that come with technically, if we was in a relationship, we just not intimate, right? Or
I just feel like this because words are powerful. So it's just like, okay, if they served their purpose, but to replace something, when you replace something, in my mind, you replace it in totality. That means everything that this could have been, this is now. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if there wasn't any interest in that way, then they weren't necessarily replaced.
They were.
You found someone else.
I found another best friend who I can also be intimate with. That's what I did. I found my best friend that serves the purpose of these other best friends, but now I found the totality of what this best friend is. This is somebody I can confide in, and this is somebody I can be intimate with and share my life with. So you can still replace it. You replace something with better. Just like if you get a new car, one car might have all these miles on it. Let me finish, right? Mm-hmm. You got this car, it got all these miles on it, and one thing could go wrong where, it got different type of rims, right? You replacing it not because you getting another car that got different types of rims, or because you got you got another car that got the whole thing. It got everything you need, not just a couple things.
Unfortunately, you still adding fuel to my point, which is intentions. So even with the analogy of the vehicle, the idea is to drive that vehicle. So you told me that you found somebody that you replaced that did the intimacy.
It's not to drive the vehicle.
I'm saying
preference. It's all about preference.
It's just two different. It's just two different.
I feel like we just going back and forth.
A best friend and a girl is two different things, though. I just think they're two different things.
You said a what?
A best friend and like your girl, they're two different things. Because they serve two completely different purposes.
What's the purpose then?
If this is my woman,
true friendship.
A true friendship.
So you're saying you can't be in a true friendship with your woman?
Yes, I can, but I also believe that I can have a best friend and a girlfriend.
But you said they got two different purposes. I want to know what
they do.
Are the clear. What
ain't no motherfucking
what are the clear
purpose.
different
This
purposes?
My motherfucking friend.
So it's no purpose.
That's my fucking purpose. This is my fucking friend.
So what's the purpose?
It ain't no fucking purpose.
So let me ask Tim, because Tim the one who said it was a purpose. They serve two different purposes. What's the purposes?
The purpose is my friendship. A friendship is something I cherish alone within itself. My woman is also my friend. She's my first friend. Technically, at that point, she's like my closest friend, but she has a plethora of things that she equates to, not just a friendship. That's where the lines are drawn. Like, I have a friend here who I value, but I'm not going to devalue who my friend is because I found somebody who's not just my friend, but an abundance of other things that I was looking for. The thing is, the reason why I can separate the two, what I was looking for in my woman, I wasn't looking for in my friend. Mm-hmm. Those are two different things.
And you proved my point even more too by when you explained it like that. Not once did you say best friend. You said my friend, right? The whole time we talking about best friends. Not once did you say best friend. You said this is my friend. Am I stretching it though?
You stretching it. You stretching it.
But you said friend though. You ain't never once called him your best friend.
You stretching it.
You ain't never once said, like, a friend. Yeah, it's cool. Somebody you could like hit them up every once in a while. Kick it with them. But you also got your girl there.
Look,
That's different. That's different
I
than
get it. I
having
get it. Y'all
a
can't
best
have
friend.
friends in your relationship. I understand.
No, I'm not saying we can
I
have
get it.
friends.
No new friends. No new friends. I understand.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not no new friends.
So,
Old friends.
so,
Definitely not no new friends.
so I'm thinking in my mind, okay,
Nigga, if that's your best friend, that's my friend
Yeah,
too.
shit.
Goddamn it, this
There
nigga
you
my
go.
friend.
See,
There you go.
That's what I was finna say. In the instance to like add to y'all argument, it's like if that's your male best friend, he has to be my friend too.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Come on
Just
now.
be
Exactly.
your friend and not be my friend, because then at that point I'm with you. But if,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we
yeah.
friends, then I'm with Zay. Like I can see
Yeah.
where they coming from, and it's like it's tricky. It's very tricky to kind of see what Tim was saying, because to be honest, the difference between your girl and your girl best friend, the boundary is intimacy. That's really what it is. If you going on dates with both, meaning y'all hanging out, it's just not an intimate hangout versus with your girls.
That's
more
important.
intimate. Like it's just different things that y'all do with each other, but it's all the same scenario, if that makes sense.
I think the biggest thing is if you feel like, and this goes even back to what I was saying, because if your partner's saying they don't feel comfortable, clearly they not friends with your best friend. So should you still continue to have this as a best friend?
If we not
Because we just
friends,
agreed that this is somebody who should be
Now-
okay. My best friend should be my girlfriend, right? If we agree. So if my girl cannot find herself being friends with my best friend, should that still be my best friend?
Now, ironically, I'm not saying I agree with you 100%, but I do have a level of agreement with that. If I can't be like, if my girl couldn't be cool with my best friend, and if they couldn't communicate,
Or let's say if you
Or-
can't be cool with your girl guy best friend.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's the same. Because at that point, I do believe your relationship does come first in that situation, and you know you do everything with a grain of salt. That's just respect. You know what I'm saying? That's just respect.
Does it?
What?
Does your relationship come over your friendships
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
outside of marriage? So your girlfriend come before your best friend, your male best friend.
Speaking on time,
You talking about male best
I'm
friend.
asking though, like, do your girl come before your male best friend?
It's
Your
like-
girlfriend
Oh, you-
come before your
this
male
nigga
best
trying
friend.
to say-
I want to know though.
He trying to say-
If this my girlfriend and we've been dating for
Yeah.
years,
over time. Okay,
over
over
time,
time.
Yeah.
it becomes-
yeah,
Yeah.
but not no girlfriend.
Not
I
no
just
out the
met
gate.
goddamn 6 months ago. Fuck no.
Yeah, well, shit, even if I just met her 6 months ago, if I'm dating for intention to marry, like it still would be like I still gotta very much see how she feel about certain things. Like she does become the priority at that point. 6 months is a little bit tricky because like you don't really know after 6 months, but you know that this person is somebody you want to spend time with. I'm still gonna make sure she cool with the things I'm doing.
It's gonna take about 2-3 years for her to put
Yeah, for sure.
over my male best friend. Gonna take
And it come to a point of what situation is really gonna be at place to where they put you in that position.
Yeah.
Like it's really rare
Right.
that they're gonna put you in a position.
Now if I'm dating this woman and I'm with her for 6 months, and again you dating with intention to marry, and your guy best friend's trying to get you to go to the strip club, and she don't want you to go to the strip club, then what do you choose?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do though.
You pulled another string on that one, boy.
Yeah, the fuck is you talking about?
He goes, who the fuck?
Depends on the situation.
Hey man, I like wrapping it up right there. So let's go over closing remarks. Should you or should you not have a guy or girl best friend when in a very serious and very committed relationship? Go ahead, Tim.
Absolutely. I'm confident in myself, my relationship. I trust my woman. I just leave it at that. I trust her. She trusts me.
I'm with Tim. I'm with Tim 100%. That shit don't bother me whatsoever.
Okay, what you got, Dre?
As long as me and him cool, I'm cool. But if he on some, he ain't trying to be cool with me. Shit, he just want to be your friend. Then no, it ain't gonna rock. That way.
100% agree with
Yeah,
you.
100% agree with
I
Drake.
can't let it rock
100%
because there's
agree.
something there that's making him
Not want to
be
goddamn.
cool
Yeah.
with me type shit. It
That's
may be on
iffy though. That's
Hey, hold on.
that's
What,
touchy.
what if
No, just ask.
So what if it's the reason why he can't fuck with you is because you goddamn doing some fuck shit? Like he know all the shit you be doing because you tell him.
See,
that's pretty good. That was a good
like
question.
that though. It's like as a man, you have to understand what I'm doing. Like, don't take the role of being the. I don't know why that nigga doing that. don't take that role. Take the role of being a man and saying, I understand what he's doing. Yeah, it's not right, but I understand it. Like,
He
take
growing.
that
He
role.
growing.
Like, yeah, he
Yeah,
growing.
don't never throw salt on
Yeah,
him.
don't throw the. I would never deal with that. You don't have to deal with that now. You're a beautiful woman.
Yeah, you
throw
don't
that
throw the
role
salt.
out
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Ladies, just understand this. The only way I see it's appropriate to have if I'm in a relationship, my energy is no new friends. At least not for me personally. Right? If I'm gonna have a new friend, just know we got a new friend. So my introduction always gonna be, oh, you gotta meet my wife. Take her number. You ain't getting my number because I don't need no new friends. I don't need that energy. I don't need to be around that shit at all.
Hey.
That's it. That's all. So with that being said, y'all go ahead, comment what y'all think. Is y'all got some y'all got some guy best friends, y'all got some girl best friends. What if your partner said they ain't having it? Is you still keeping them around? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. But outside of that, we out.